Okay, let's get this going. We're starting. Okay, let's see. How is this looking? We go. Hello, Rain and Darlene, Lisa. Hi. I've got these on tonight because my eyes are super light sensitive, and I had to turn on. It's foggy here, um, so I had to turn on all the overhead lights and everything uh, to get a good recording effect, at least so I don't look too crazy. But the only thing is, my eyes like fry. So today it's like I'm gonna have to wear them. So bear with me. If I don't wear these, it actually just the difference is huge. It is huge. So I don't know about you, but I felt like a little discombobulated today, just a little bit off, like half in, half out of the body kind of thing. Oh, and I hope you like my sweatshirt. Yes, it arrived. I've been waiting. Catzilla, bear, going for the chopper. Anyway, had to share. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to check the comments. You love it. Get perfect for the holidays. Yeah. I have that as well, Rain. So it's like my eyesight it could be a lot better. Hi, Isadora. Got your question, Lisa. I've got it starred. So that'll be the first one. Now, what I'm going to start out with, and people go ahead and leave your questions, feel free, but it would be good if you wrote them in all caps. And then I can see them a little bit. They pop, out from our usual conversation. So if you can do that, that'd be great. I'm going to be looking at, as it says down here, the reading on, and I don't want to say a lot of these words because YouTube will automatically zap and censor us. So a lot of times, just so you know, when you're watching other channels too, sometimes it's not the channel person always editing unless they're made to do so. But often YouTube just automatically does it. And it's really certain words trigger it. And luckily, with my channel being relatively small, I have not been hit too hard that way, but that can change. That can change on a moment's notice. I'm taking out my Bluebird. I really like this Lenormand deck. It's cheap and cheerful. So if you're looking for a cheap little Lenormand clarifier to use with your tarot, this one's really neat. I have a few of them because I get bored with the same imagery. So this one's based more on, looks like 18th, 17th, 18th century Europe. Yeah. All right. Anyway, it'll be interesting. I'll showcase this a little bit tonight. I've always meant to, and then I get stuck using that one deck. But okay, so we're going to look at the school situation, the violence going on, and it's in public as well. It's not just public school, but it's public places. It's a plague. And you notice that we look over across the pond and they're using knives. There's still this crazy level of violence that's gone extreme. It's not our imagination. When you have so much, let me just pause and hold that thought. I'm getting Rain's and Lynette's, and okay, Darlene's isn't going to be in there twice. Okay, that's all good. Let me just tidy that up real quick. There. Okay. Anyways, so what I was saying with the level, oh yeah, looking overseas even, there's this level of extremism that's happening across the world, between this really extreme one way and the other, okay? And there's a really scary situation where fascism is trying to seize power, but it's interesting in seeing how it fails, but it does damage. So there's a lot of acting out. And I think that human beings, not just in America, are subconsciously even acting out on this. It is horrific what's happening. It is. Rococo, yes, the style. And it has a little poetry, and which is kind of nice. Just breaks it up a little different. So what I'm gonna look at is on America and with the schools because I think over and over again, I would really hate to be sending my kids to public school now. And they were just kind of in the last few years. Hey, Grassgar, some blackberry ginger ale. It's really good. Anyway, my kids just managed to kind of get out of the high school and stuff, and when as this was becoming more and more prevalent, and it's just I feel for I worry. I can as a parent, I just ugh, it makes me sick, and it doesn't matter whether that child is in America or a continent away over. You know, it's sickening. I think most of us that are empathetic feel that way, and I just want to see for America what's going to happen with this, and what do we need to do. I don't want to ask too many. It's better when I just kind of go one question and just see what does America need to know about changing this uh, unfortunate destructive trend. Okay, I'm already getting things like a download. I was doing some prayer work and stuff beforehand, and I really hope it's working. But I'm just getting, mental health has to be addressed. That's, you know, something that is going to be pushed for with each, and I'm just getting it's going to get to a point, and it's already getting there, where each time there is one, there's going to be growing and building dissent, but it will get to a point where people are just not going to be still about it and accept same old action's going to have to be taken. And that means I'm getting like mental health reform. There needs to be a change and I'm getting, in the communication between parents and teachers. And I know this because my parents are both teachers, and my mother taught art to kindergartners through high school. And the differences in the kids was very interesting. But what was always an issue was dealing with the parents and the school board. It was never the kids. The kids were not horrible, but they acted out the way I think that they felt was expected of them. Hey, hey, Jojo. So right now, you can leave your question, but right now, here we go. Got that. I'm just going to be looking at, for the first half hour or so, looking at the thing with the schools and what we need to know if this is going to change, if we're going to get on top of this, because I feel like the momentum is finally starting to build, and it's unfortunate that it has to come at the cost of lives. But you can see it now because they're starting to hold the parents that provide these firearms, holding them accountable. And I think it's right. If you don't have that where they can't get to it within, reason, that it's locked up the way it should be. Um, and if they know how to get in there and you're not keeping up on it, should be held accountable. Yes. That's not some little thing. That is a home security device. Okay, grass grower, gotcha. And I have room for about 5 more questions. Hey, unicorn and rainbows. I'm just going to try to piece together some kind of message from the Lenormand. And I'm just going to read in pairs like I usually do and just see if I can get anything. I might have to bop back to the book because that refreshes me. But let's just see what we get. So I'm kind of asking Spirit to tell us what we uh, need to know about it. And let me just focus again on whether or not we're going to get on top of this. That's right. Well, America, like I kind of give myself a yes, no, or at least a pair of cards to my own one question. All right, let me just see what we get. Oh, wow, this is interesting, you guys. We get letter. And I'm going to read you some of the little poetry on the card, okay? It says, "This surprise letter from a place remote brings good news from a friend who wrote. If the words portend a stormy sky, sadness will soon much intensify." Now, the card next to it, this is why I read in pairs, because the Norman's always about the cards also around it. I'm getting the tree. This is health, family. So I feel like we're going to be talking about family communication. Yes, I do feel like we will go towards addressing this issue. But yeah, I do feel like we're going to have more losses. And it says the tree from, let's see, oh, one tree from earth is best to see. It springs from birth, good health for thee. And if the tree should reappear close to the quarant, your goal is near. So I think that this might even be saying the goal of getting this redirected, changed around, sorted out, addressed is going to happen. There's communication involved with the letter. And I think that that means like all kinds of communication, people emailing, people protesting, people using whatever form of communication they can in mass to demand change. And for their families, for the benefit and the well-being of those in the tree of life, in the ancestry, the children, those ahead of us. It's like the people that live today that make these laws and the politicians and lawmakers live in a completely different place. I don't know, for the most part, in my opinion. We're also getting the key. So inspiration unlocks the door. Solutions are the key to success and more. Miracles and insight are easy to trace once the final piece tumbles into place. That's key, and we get cross. So yeah, you know how I was saying that there's going to still be more pain to bear, so to speak. We definitely have that with the cross. And it's weaving pain, historically sad, distance too close means tidings are bad, suffering increases when the cross is near, but burdens can lift if you persevere. And I do think that we're getting that. The key is to persevere. It's going to be a heavy cross because we're dealing with very, very heavy issues. And it's going to be hard to get people on the same page and communicating to where people are actually not just talking at each other, but listening. Got you. I'm just going to highlight Grassgrower's comment. Thank you. I agree. It's very important to work on the underlying issues that lead to these incidents at school. It goes very deep in society. It does, with lots of causes and conditions. That's right. There's layers. It's not just one thing, but it's pretty much always you can count on socioeconomic, you know, problems there. Also, many times when parents just aren't really, they're in denial about their kids' issues, you know, to the point, I mean, this one kid, we know that the family knew, his family knew he had issues, and the father yet went ahead, and I have yet to find out more because it just cheesed me off so much when I read it. I just went, that he bought it for him. Ooh, you know. That was a bit much. So what I do see is that we will do it. And I see that there's communication involved. And I feel like mental health, there's going to be more of these incidents, but I do feel like there will be more in mass demand of change. And I think that will help this to turn around in our country. And if we can do that here, and it's a successful model, so to speak, others will follow suit with the issues that they're having with such extreme uh, frustration building in people, that they act out. And especially what it's always been is mental health. And it's been the one thing that they've always tried to cut and thought that they could, and just no, they're going to have to invest in it. So that will become an industry that they'll want to invest in. Okay. I'm going to pull some of these cards now. They're just like little clarifiers. So I want to ask if we're going to see these changes within the next 3 years. Because having these events, these horrible events, is just too traumatizing. But you know what? I'm just getting, yeah, exactly. And that's what it's probably going to take. There's the cross, people that will bear uh, the suffering to get this changed. Let's see what we got. So what does it look like for change with the schools being implemented in public, the mental health in the next 3 years? Childlike joy. This makes me feel like school, and it makes me feel like grade school. So this makes me feel good, so far. And this is expectant, hopeful, potent. Oh no, patient. So I think eventually we'll make it better for the kids, and that's what matters. But we have to be patient, and we have to keep positive and keep it focused on them and not on what is best for us, but what's best for them. Yes, I agree, because that they had there's instances where sometimes the parents are victims as well, and this is not one of those cases, right? Yeah, I think schools should take certain things a bit more seriously in order to avoid certain things to begin with, in my opinion, anyways. I agree. Isadora says 70% of our country wants better laws to stop violence. I agree. And a lot of people say, well, but there's laws that people aren't respecting, and that goes to mental health. Because if you've got your bearings and a logical mind around you, you're better to be able to perhaps cool off or reason your way. Um, the problem is that we've had such a mess of people going untreated for generations now, that to me it affects the mess that we see on the streets. And San Francisco's, I'm sorry, I love the city, but it's a wow, it's bad. And I really want to see it change. It breaks my heart to see it like that. Uh, Ash saying, the violence definitely needs to be stopped. It makes me so sad that it's still happening in the first place. For real. For real. I just don't understand. But these people that do this know it gets attention because people are aghast at it. And we have to stop feeding that also with media, but at the same time, use media in an informative way, not in a salacious manner. That's got to change too. So there's a lot of things, how things are handled with schools and media and parents and teachers. Teachers should not have to worry about being shot. They're not paid enough for that. They are not, um, like a police person that would have access to some sort of armed defense, whatever. It's not who they want to be, you know? So let's just see. It does look good. Yeah. There is self-frustration, torment, yeah, confusion, unsure days. I really do feel like it's about getting to those kids that are in that place where they're very impressionable, and they're making bad decisions, you know, when they're just starting to look like they're making a few of those bad ones, catch them then and there, because they're dealing with self-frustration and they're turning it outward. And there's like a disconnection. So we have to get families reconnected with each other and talking, as corny as it sounds, at least so that they're not calling the morgue, you know, better to have to have people shout at each other, maybe get a little upset with one another, but maybe get some communication, built. Kids will always keep some things away from us, but you can tell. Check in your kids' rooms, from time to time. Not don't like completely nose through their stuff, but have a look, have a sense of things. See who they're talking to, how they're treating you. And if they suddenly start treating you differently, they're probably hanging around some people that are not so nice. Carefree, chill. And I get brave. And I know there's another word in here, but I can't see it. Bold. Carefree, chill. I just feel like this is the future. More relaxed. Wouldn't that be great to have kids that didn't have to pre-exercise trauma by having these drills of a somebody that shouldn't be in there with a pew pew? And I feel like women feeling like they can be more forthright, more bold, more courageous, more out there, and not have to feel like they have to shrink to fit society's label. It's a healthy pairing, if you ask me. Handling, teaching kids how to also handle and regulate their emotions. Um, is a big thing. And I know I have two that have mood disorders like you wouldn't believe. And it's really hard for them and it's really hard for us. But, you know, has taught me all the more reason why you have to stay in communication, even if you don't always agree, with your children. Because I always feel like I'm the one who protects society if they get sick in the head like that. So, and I know there's a lot of parents and mothers and fathers that go out there and try and do that, and they end up being victims themselves. But I understand where they're coming from. And I'm just glad to see, folks, that it does look like in the next 3 years I think we're going to have a lot more cases, to be honest. I don't like to say that, but it makes me kind of sick to say it as well. But worse before it gets better. Ugh. Got your question. I'm doing it again. Sanya. Hey, hugger greeter TK. Hello. And Isadora's saying, at least the cops stopped him. Yes. And didn't run away like what happened in Texas. That was, I think we can all agree, an incredible disgrace. And I can't imagine how first responders out there, I know some detectives on the San Francisco force that just, I can't imagine I can just, well, no, I can't imagine what they would say about that. That just is really unbelievable. And Texas, really? That surprised me as well. That surprised me as well about that. Okay. Well, we're nearly on the nose. I'm going to give it 3 more minutes. I'm going to pull a few more cards and just ask Spirit what we need to know. And I'm going to pull this. This is one of the ones I usually use, the Heart Eye Oracle. And I'm just going to, it's like Spirit to give us some encouragement and direction here with this. Uh, they know how they can feel how we feel, the shock, the trauma, even secondhand, listening to it, reading it. We're all being traumatized to a lesser degree or greater if we're unfortunate. All right. So, Spirit, what do you want to share with us, with America? Something of encouragement from Spirit. Sorry if you guys hear any background noise. I have family coming and going, rooms and doors. I'm just busy. So let's just see here. What does Spirit want to share with us about this awful situation? Okay. Meditate. Okay. I'm getting peacefulness. Meditate, change in seeing change take place, picturing it take place. And I know that sounds like wish-washy thinking, but it's true that you take someone that shoots basketballs, right? And to make a basket, if they visualize making the basket before they go to shoot, they found that those that meditated, did a little positive visualization, were more successful in getting more baskets. So I do believe that there is power in that, and for sure. And in meditation, I think that's like prayer, mindfulness, in our change and bringing about change and what we can do, and self-care. It's also really important because it's so traumatizing. As I was just saying, even just to read about limit sometimes your exposure, sometimes you have to just take a day back from toxic news. So self-care is very important. It's also important for these kids that are unfortunately turning their anger and their rage out upon society. Um, and their parents have given them the idea or the impression that somehow it'll work out, but they'll be able to sort this out for them. But I think that with meditate and self-care, I think it's also pushing energy to move toward the self-care, mental health, which is key. Sanctuary. That's what they need. They need a place where they can go to be treated, to be cared for, to have the proper kind of thorough interaction with them to help reset them if they can, or to get them to mitigate their behavior. And listen. Oh my God, these cards are banging here. Listen. We need to listen to them. Maybe these kids also don't feel like the parents are listening. And maybe they're not. Maybe that's just like, here's the thing you wanted. Go away, kid. You know, don't bother me. That's really true. And it's hard if you work, and even if you're just somebody that's the home housekeeper, running the house. It's nonstop. And we got to remember to take time to listen and listen to them. And we need healthier outlets for young people to be social in. Otherwise, we all know what happens. You get up to doing things like this. Oh, Zena, but Russian spelling. Thank you, Lynette. All right, we're going to go ahead and take the questions, okay? We've got 7 so far. Let me just roll up and check. Yes. All right. So here we go. Da, 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 da. Okay, we have Rain Mountain. Is my friend Steve in Steve Selena's new love relationship with Valentina going to work out? All right. Let's see. Do I still want to use that deck? Well, you know what? I'm gonna try this little one and see what we get. Sometimes these decks will make sense, they'll connect up, and then other times they won't. And when they don't, I just know this is not the deck to use. So, but I'm gonna try with this one. Okay. All right, so is this relationship between Steve and Valentina, I like her name, it's very pretty, going to work out in the long term? Okay. Steve and Valentina. Is it gonna work out? Let's see what these cards say. Ooh, I'm getting too much losing it. I don't know. I might have to change a deck. And I'm getting safe, comfort, and trust. Now, unless those cards make any, like if you've had any kind of concern, for all I know, I don't know. It looks like between these cards, it looks like there might be a bit of a problem. And there might be issues of trust and feeling safe and comfortable. Somebody might just be too much. I don't know if that makes any sense. Thank you, Grasper. I appreciate that. Let me just pull, because I don't know about this deck for this. I gotta say, I'm gonna pop over to my usual tarot here too. Love, hate, mixed emotions. I don't know if this makes sense, but this one's not giving a lot of love. Burnout, exhausted, overworked. This deck, like I said, can be a bit dark. So just on a chance, that's why I always look for consensus. Let's get another deck and see if it shows such a stormy uh, ride. Let's see. All right, I'll just use the old regular Rider-Waite albino deck. Okay, so let's look at this. Is Steve and Valentina, is their relationship going to work out long term? What do they need to know? What does Spirit want us to know? And we do respect them and hope that it all works out for the best, whatever that may be. So let's just see. Steve and Valentina. How's that working? Let's see. Well, we do get that Knight of Wands energy coming in. There's a lot of, there is a lot of fire here, enthusiasm. And I don't know if he might be somebody that, or her, maybe, somebody might be inclined to move very quickly. And I'm getting a male from the past, and I'm not quite sure who this male is. I don't know if it's a sibling, like a brother that's an adult, but maybe there's something about Steve that might remind her of a family member. I don't know. Without having context, it's kind of hard to know. But I see like there's a, with that Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands, this is a new, fiery, passionate feeling that's one is trying to keep control of, but there's a great deal of enthusiasm and there's like a past connection. It could be like family, uh, oh, I almost want to say like cultural bonds, maybe even. And I get the two, I see growth happening into the future, but I see a woman that's more like on her own. I'm getting a Queen of Swords. So, I don't know. Um, it looks like it has potential here, but there's a need to be really clear. Any of the trying to get away with certain things may not go down so well. I do see someone that's just really motivated, and I'm just concerned they're moving a little too quickly here. It looks like it could work out, but I do see something here about work as well, employment, and working with other people. I'm not quite sure. Maybe they met at work. I have no idea. But your friend Steve and Valentina, the first, I have to say, if the first cards that I pulled on it made any sense, I would say maybe walk away because that looked a bit stormy. But this other one, I don't know. I'm not really clear on that yet. Let me see. Steve and Valentina. Well, again, I do see like taking it, there's more romance, learning about each other. I feel like one person wants to go a certain, uh, maybe more pace, and the other one is maybe a bit more over enthusiastic. Yeah, this King of Wands needs to kind of ground some of his enthusiasm, maybe, and slow down a little bit. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I'm going to give you for that relationship. It looks like some enthusiasm is good, but balance is important. Rain, mountains. So if it looks like it's one of those love hates, if that was accurate, yay, let me know. All right, let's go to the next one. All righty. Lynette, I made some serious decisions about what to commit to in writing projects. How will these turn out? Okay, so let's just use this deck. Lynette, and for writing projects, the serious decisions that she made, how will those bear out? Will those create a change that she'll be happy with? Yes, I get clarity and peace of mind and feeling like things feel like they fall into place logically. There's clarity for you. So that was nice. I like that. Nice and neat. Bam. Yes. Yeah. Looks really good. It's like you're secure with it and uh, completion and success. That looks really good. Yeah. Going to be busy. It looks like you're going to have a lot of, I'm getting like you're going to get another download or something coming, a creative download, I think, to write. This is like you know, the mind kind of filling up its reservoir before the pen hits the paper or the however method you use. Yeah, and it's like channeling for you. Um, but you will have to come to another decision at some point because there's going to be some kind of a new turn or a new chapter. I don't know what that would even be, but this is saying, but you need to make a decision. You come to a crossroads and it would create something new. It would maybe go in a new direction. So, you know, it's maybe going to be between what is offered to you, something about what people offer, and whether or not it's a good offer, whether or not it's got other things in there that may be rather cruel, that somebody's just got to win. So they try and, you know, get their 2 cents in there. There's some more that's ahead, but they're not gonna, they want us to just let that veil kind of fall because it looks like it's going to turn out really well. Like you'll be very pleased with this project. And it shows like a great deal of care and expertise and a job well done. So that looks really good for art project, writing project of the literary arts. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I forget to. That Queen of Cups might also be you. I'm thinking so. That's what I thought when I should have said that when I sometimes, when I look back and I listen back to the live, I'm like, I pick up more. And it's so hard because I'm trying to, right in the moment, handle the live and give you a download of stuff that I'm picking up. That sometimes it's like there's little bits of it that are like little crumbs that fall into place after it. So always check the comments because I'll put a little more sometimes there as well. Darlene, don't worry, you're not skipped. You're next. Okay. Kevin's current feelings for you. All right. Let me clear this deck. You know what? I'll shuffle it, but I'll grab another Rider Waite. Clear, clear, clear. Hmm. All right. All right, yeah. I'm gonna use this borderless. I also like this borderless Rider Waite. This is mine's lovingly patinaed from shuffling. And thank you all for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. And if you would, just give a thumbs up. That'd be great. So let's just see. And if you haven't checked and made sure that you're subscribed, please do. YouTube does funny things. There's a few channels it just will not allow me to subscribe to, no matter how hard I try. It's ridiculous. And yes, I have let the channel creators know. So let's see. Kevin's current feelings toward Darlene, Lisa. Kevin, let's dial in on Kevin. See if we can. Excuse me, Kevin. Just want you to know your feelings toward Darlene, Lisa. Okay. Well, there are some things that are hidden here. There are some things that are secret. And I'm getting that they are working on something. Learning, school, work. But there's some element of a hidden aspect. Maybe it has not come into play yet. And I'm not quite sure what that has to do with the feelings about you, but it should be maybe there's some hidden feelings that they are working on. That could also be what it's meaning. Let's just see. Yes, that's what I was looking for. The strength card. This is all about self-regulation. And for right now, they're having to struggle between abandonment of like walking away and not taking responsibility or account for their own feelings, whatever. This is just ghosting in this one. And I'm feeling that right now they might be doing that. And I'm feeling that they're working on building strength, building inner strength and behavior modification, self-regulation. And it's a private matter to them. That's probably why we've got the high priestess there. So they're working on themselves. It's I think it's like it's saying the focus is more on themselves right now and on perhaps working on getting in control of some bad habits, bad habit of it can be like short-temperedness or things like this. Any kind of behavior modification that you need to make if you're too inclined to be addicted to stuff, then you have to work on the root of your addiction. And that's what I feel like this person's trying to do. They're trying to work on their shadow self. And I do think that they will come around. But they're really wanting, I feel like, to focus and be very thorough on the work that they're focusing in on themselves and what they're learning about themselves. And it's slow. So if you're not hearing from them and they're ghosting you, if that makes any sense, it's because, got you, Linola. Hi, Marby. It's because they're working on themselves right now. I think it's important to let them know you're there, but allow them to know that you care, but give them the space that they need. Give Kevin the space maybe that he needs. Yeah, look, I'm seeing some substance perhaps with this Seven of Cups. That can be like alcohol. It can be uh even food, but usually it's like a chemical change to do with like substance. And it might be family based. It might be genetically in the family. So I feel like there's a real focus on working on getting more in control of, I think, any kind of addictive behaviors that they may have right now. Okay, fairy edits, got you. So I don't think that there's anything that says that this person doesn't care for you or whatever. It's just that you're not the first thing right now. And right now they're focused on trying to deal with a very serious, it looks like there could be possible addiction issues there that might run in the family. And if it's not theirs, maybe it's other people additionally in the family. It could be more than one person. And it usually is. Yeah, I get they'll overcome this, but I do feel like there's a bit of partying, a bit too much. And I think that the feelings that they do have for you are good. Also with that Nine of Cups, they're satisfied. But I think that there's some issues there that they're trying to rectify in their lives so that they can move and really grow, and they should be supported in that. So let them know that you're there. I don't see anything that says, "Oh, can't stand you." It's just right now you're not going to hear from them because they're preoccupied, and you can see why. You can see why. Oh, he has all worked for a long time. He has no addiction stuff going on with him. We are both older. Well, it may not be him because I do get like extended family, the Ten of Pentacles, but it might be somebody within family helping with them. I'm not sure. But there's some issues. There's the Seven of Cups, and it looks like he's definitely a workaholic, that's for sure. He just doesn't feel too emotive. Let me just get one more aspect on him, see if we can get. You know what? I'm going to try this smaller deck here. All right. Kevin. What's up with Kevin? I think he's just preoccupied. One of those people that throws themselves, as you're saying, into their work. That's why I get all those pentacles. But that can also be family. It could also be money, and work and jobs. And if that's what's taking up his time, then, he's making that the priority. Let's just see. What does Kevin think of Darlene Lisa? Let me see the feelings. I get guilt. Feels a bit guilty. Nervous, shy, and coy. Maybe that's why he throws himself into his work. Maybe he's socially awkward. I know he's older and all that, but that doesn't matter. You know, you can still be very awkward. I do. I feel like he has some kind of guilt. Maybe he knows that he's needs to be more forthcoming with you, or that you'd like him to be more clear about his feelings. But I think he does you have an interest in you. I think that he's terribly shy. Is that a possibility? Both Aquarius. Oh, I see that he deals with, you know what? I'm wondering if maybe what his problem might be is that a bad habit of tending to worry, and maybe that's why he's working, worry, doubt, and I do get a bit of anger here. So I think there's parts of him that are very conflicted, and I don't know if he knows how to bridge that. I really don't think he does, because I think that's where you get this break off into all this stuff about work. It's like, yeah, but that's not what we want to know. I also feel like, yeah, I don't know why I want to say this, maybe you can answer it, but I feel like he gets ashamed or embarrassed easily. And just again, that feeling of maybe being a bit coy or a bit shy, really deep down inside, nervous, a nervousness, like he's, um, and it would make sense, especially if he's a workaholic. He's a social butterfly. Hmm. But I think with you, I think he does have some feelings. Oops, I just hit a button on my computer. You know, I'm not sure exactly what he's feeling towards you. I don't see anything bad, but I do see him just totally focused on work. Um, Let me just ask, does Kevin have a romantic interest in Darlene Lisa? We don't really want to know about what he's thinking about with work. Ugh. How does he feel about that relationship? And how does he feel towards her? Does he respect her? Hmm. I think he sees you as being very strong. So I do think he respects you. And he sees you as a fighter. I think he has a great deal of confidence in you. I'm not getting a great deal of romance from this guy. I'm not. I'm getting work again and a workaholic. The addiction is work right here. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And that's because they're focused on their work or their studies, but maybe to the point that they're a slave to them. Does that make a sense? That's really coming out here. Um, but I feel like there needs to be a change. And there's like an expansion that's coming up in his life. And I think it kind of comes from the outside world in. It's not entirely expected. It could be travel, it could be a move, it just could be it just change within one's life circumstances. And it could be, I don't know, why do I think a move? I feel like he wants to keep you near. He's got the star, so I feel like you inspire him. So he feels like you're part of his team. I guess it's as much as you're going to get out of him because he's a workaholic. So his addiction isn't substance, it's work. And that's not good because, as you said, you need to make sure that you stay on him about that. Get him to loosen up on that. That's not good. It's not good. It's not good for the heart and all that. But these people, I know that's going to be really difficult with him because it's a control thing. Just like the devil card, it's a control thing. It's just unfortunately not a healthy control mechanism in play there. So you get the star, but his brain is just taken up by work. Work is number one, I think, before any relationship with him. But you get the star. So, I mean, you stand out, you sparkle, you shine to him, and you got the Three of Pentacles. So he considers you part of his part of his team. Oh, good, Rain Mountain. So, oh, and Darlene Lisa, he was my first love from 1979, both very young, met up in life later again. No, well, that makes sense. I think that he's so comfortable with you, and that's why he has you as that part of the team, the close-knit group of people, but he's a workaholic, and I just don't think you're going to get the romantic uh, nature out of him, unfortunately. But I think that he does definitely love you and think that you are a star. I mean, dang, that's pretty good if the guy thinks that you look like the lady on the star card. That's a nice place to be. That person does respect you and look up to you and thinks that you're strong. So that's the biggest compliment you'll probably get from somebody that's serious. But I think that you don't need to be insecure. I think that unfortunately, work is always going to be his main concern. And at his older that you know how it is. Yes, you're part of his coin. Well, you're the trifecta. You're part of the trifecta. So that is a very sacred place to be. That's a good thing, you know? And the vision of loveliness with the star card, it's shows life's difficulties, but your beauty makes is stands out even more so because of it, with the star. So, yeah, don't worry about that guy. He's he's just a nerd. He's just a workaholic, and you're part of his coin. Yeah. And that's right, Darlene Lisa. Aquarius. So, you know what? I think take the message from spirit, relax with any insecurity there. Know that you have a very special place to this very unique fellow. And eccentric he certainly is. Very much, I've never seen a guy have so much work like that. It's like, what? It's usually some cups in here. Okay, Jojo was okay. Kevin, my attractive Uber driver, attracted to me. All right, let me just see. But not the same, Kevin. All right, clear this deck. Let me go to this one. Okay, was the Uber driver attracted to Jojo? Was Kevin, the Uber driver, attracted? Okay. I think so. We're getting definitely the looking card of the Page of Swords. And that's all about watchfulness, being aware, and the King of Wands. This would be, his nature would have been very sparkling, charming, warm, uh, engaging, quick-witted, possibly also quick temper, because sometimes that kind of goes along with that fire, but passionate type. Yeah, I think so. I think so. But I think that there's a delay or a pause that he has as far as an approach where a romantic relationship is in concern. Maybe because, the business and that kind of thing. There's something that delays him. There's something that holds him up. But I do think he was interested. And, he's a pretty chill guy, it looks like. You might come back across each other sometime with the world card as well. This indicates a peace of mind and also just healing, recover. It just is it feels very good. So yeah, I think so. Yes, I do think so. And I do think it's possible that you might cross paths again. Okay, Jojo? I hope that's helpful. Oh my goodness, Darlene. That's ridic. Whew. When people get older and they work that much, it's really sometimes best not to stop them from working that much because many times, I'm just saying, the body is used to that and you take them away from that and they wouldn't know what to do. So let's just see. Okay, grass grower. Let me get a sip of my blackberry ginger ale by Canada Dry. I wish they would sponsor me. I can dream, right? Okay. When you get time after the schools, which is important work, will my girlfriend be able to move in here with my mother and I in 2025 without issue? Okay, grass grower, let's just take a look. Let's see, will grass grower's girlfriend be able to move in with him and their mom without issue in 2025. How's that looking? The girlfriend moving in 2025 with the mom and him. How does that look? What say spirit? Anything they need to be aware of? Planning is important. Okay, definitely there. And there's some unforeseen stuff yet here to come out from that veil. Some secrets. Uh, I do get possible, some possible issues. I do think it's going to be okay. I do see this, you know. Uh, there's, there might have to be some changes made to plans that are created. I don't know how else to say it. Because I feel like somebody might get sick or they just uh have a I don't know if does she have a pet? I feel like this is a pet. I don't know why. Sometimes when I get pages, it's pets, but I feel like she might not feel well. It could be her, or it could be like a smaller creature. I don't know why I want to say that. Okay, I get the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So again, there's options here that I think yeah, look. See, look, there's like the family. So yes, I do think so, but this says to remain open and flexible. There might be some changes that have to uh okay, yeah, come in. Somebody could get ill or a pet might get ill. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I see that you need to keep it open because there's the kind of unforeseen that is yet to play out. But to have a plan, but make sure you have plan A, plan B, and be able to be flexible because that's the most important here. I do see it working out. Whenever I've gotten that card for me, it's when I thought I had to do something only a certain way. And a lot of times then I would recognize, oh, I needed to understand that I wasn't limited in that fashion, that there's other ways I could have done this. So I'm kind of getting a same vibe there. You might have it set up a certain way, but I think that initially then you have to make some tweaks there and it works out. Yes, I do. I think she will. And then she's stable, she's secure. But I think initially it's going to be a bit of having to go through excessive baggage, literally in a move and release a lot of excess that needs to be let go of and also taking too much responsibility sometimes for others behavior like that as well as things. So I get a literal sense of her, yeah, but I think she's moving, but I think she's going to have some unexpected slowdowns and just to be open and flexible to create this shift because it'll happen. And I do see y'all there and it works out. Okay. Unicorn. And then we have Xena and Leona. Okay, and that'll be it. Alrighty. What can I expect for this month? Unicorn and rainbows. All right, let's see. Which deck do I want to use? Which one? Which one? I feel like I need to use this one first for some reason, and then maybe the Soul's Journey by James Van Praagh. I really like this deck, and he's got a YouTube channel on here. He's really good. I like him because he's not afraid to be real about some of the people out there that say that they're experiencers and may not be telling exactly the truth, or they might be doing things to benefit. I really appreciate someone that's more. He doesn't talk crap on people either. I don't like to listen to somebody do that either. So anyway, this is my way of being able to break it up while I shuffle the deck. Let's see. Unicorn and rainbows. What can you expect this month? September. I'm partial to September. My birthday, by the way, was a complete bust. Oh my God. It was so bad, you guys. It was so bad, it was comical. I didn't even have a cake. But you know what? My mom never fails me. She came through with some Reese's, like, she knows I love chocolate peanut butter. So I felt fine. I just sat back and watched it all. Thought, yeah, it's not sometimes there was like so many car emergencies. I was wondering if Mercury was in retrograde. It was ridiculous. And we're still working that out. And it's like almost every member of the family. Crazy. Crazy. And I still have to look and see if we have Merc retrograde here in the last week in particular. This is crazy. Okay. You're welcome, grass grower. Just be very patient and flexible. You know, you know what to do. And it's a bit ahead, and there's just some unforeseen things that could come about. And I just think that might just slow her down a little bit and going through her things. The part I hate about moving. Okay, unicorn and rainbows for this month of September. What can they expect? Spirit, lay it at me. Bam. Very social. I'm getting social, friendly. What else? And I always have to have a pair. I feel like this is you, but I feel like you're going to be more social this month, at least with a couple of close-knit friends, and really enjoying that. Light-hearted. That is what is meant to have some fun. Go out with a couple of friends, even just one friend. Oh, wow. Rain, that's so interesting. Strength and the Four of Pentacles. So this is definitely here where we need to loosen up a little bit. Again, we're income self-regulation. Here she is, strength. And she says, "You're too uptight." So we're going to make you go out and dance. For real. That is so funny. It is so funny how I've seen some of the message of you need to relax, you're too uptight. So I see socializing with some friends that make you laugh. And also just comedy, just focusing on laughter and lightness is your deal for the month of September. hmm And I think, keep more flexible, keep more open. I know you like to maybe protect and keep yourself safe, but maybe it's a little too tight, you know? This is about, okay, loosen up a little bit. Just loosen up a little bit. That's a little extreme. All right. Oh, on your last birthday, the waitress spilled marinara sauce on your new jacket. It sucks. Ah, God, I had one birthday that my husband spilled red wine on mine. and it went all over me and my mom. And it was on a nice top as well. Oh, another bad birthday. But we can laugh at these ones. It's like it's good to have a birthday that you can look back and say, well, that was a bust. It just looks like you've got some socializing to do, unicorn and rainbows, and you need to relax. So that's what I am seeing. Let's see if you get it again. It's like somebody's maybe a little fond of control. Let's try you with the soul's journey. And don't worry, other folks. I got your readings. They're coming. You just have to be patient. I like to try to give everybody a good little reading. So I appreciate your patience. Thank you so much. I want to be able to use the different decks too, so you guys can see. I mean, why have I bought them, right? What's my channel for? It was, yeah, my house was so bad. Everybody was fighting. So I just kind of just went quiet. I just put on my headphones and just kind of like, man, it's okay. Woo, what a, I hope that's not the precedent for my year. So unicorn and rainbows. Let's see what she got for this month. Abundance. Yeah. With the Four of Pentacles where you're holding tight, you don't need to hold that tight. You can be abundant without having to control everything. So loosen up abundance and know that you are a limitless being and that you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. You don't have to have fear of scarcity or fear of scarcity of control. Uh, you're not going to make a fool out of yourself. You'll be perfectly fine. And adversity. I accept challenges. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So, an acceptance. I am learning to accept things I cannot change. Let go of it, really is. Don't sweat the little shit. It's all little shit. And relax. Again, I feel like I'm getting the same message for you to enjoy your life and loosen up a little bit. And it looks like, you're pretty serious, or maybe you had to have been serious. But now it's time for you, unicorns and rainbows, to do the unicorn and rainbow thing. All right. All right, Zena and then Leona. Okay. Any guidance from your angels? Oh, good. Angels. I've got angel deck. Of course I do. Here we go. Let me just put this one away. I'm terrible at this. I'll rip off the lid and set it down half open, and then after the live, I'm like, oh my God, there's a pile of decks around me. You guys, I am poof, wanting to pull off the sweatshirt. Oh, this one's really neat. Yeah. Okay. Might have to use the booklet on this, but I will use this one. It is Energy Oracle cards, and it's really angel-like energy. So let's take a look. Let me set this deck over here on this blanket. Ooh, doggies. Okay. This is for Zena. Ooh, I need to put up my little mini fan that I plug into the computer. All right, what's the message for Zena from her angels? And I'll pull a few cards for you. And I'll pull a few good cards for Leona at the end, too. Don't worry, Leona. Okay. Okay, let's see what you get. Ooh. I am heating up. When I read, I do often heat up. I'm sure a lot of you do as well. I get contract. Okay, this is automatically making me think that this is going to go in terms of what was your contract before your birth contract, before coming here? Something along that. But I could be wrong. Maybe there's some legal stuff going on. And I get the temple path. Okay, I'm not familiar with this card. Oh, I am sweating. But so you're getting contract and the temple path. All right, let me just see what temple path is. Spiritual purpose and support. Okay. Receiving this card represents your own spiritual evolution. The winding path you are on leads to a blessed temple. And I'm going to hold up the card so you can see that. Um, in a lovely garden, symbolizing the spiritual destiny that your soul has had in mind for this lifetime. What was I saying? That's funny. And I thought that with contract that it was going to talk about spiritual, like the pre-birth. But it's this card that's also talking about it. Isn't that weird? Just wanted to share that with you. Okay, so it's talking about the arrangements that you wanted to uh, set up for this lifetime, and that you're on your karmic path and heading in that, that you're hitting the marks that you in this lifetime that you set out to do. Okay, so they're letting you know that you are doing that. The lights around the temple represent the spiritual world, your family members, your friends, angels, and guides, all loving spirit helpers who long to assist you. That means they want to assist you. So don't be afraid to ask. Ask, ask, ask. Uh, and ask them to open their wisdom and their inspiration. And this is wonderful, life expanding time. So keep in mind personal priorities as well as your spiritual connection. Um, Following your higher intentions will help you to move forward and dramatic. Okay, now we're back. Okay. Anyway, I'm glad your guides helped. So this is about your pre-birth contracts and hitting the marks for your spiritual growth. You're doing that. You're tracking. That's what they're saying. Sorry about that. I lost internet connection for a minute. I hope this is still going. Anyway, so you're doing that. I want to just hit on the connection with kindred spirits. Again, women celebrating, sharing ideas. Oh, that's contra. Different one. Wait a minute. One back. But I still get that with contract when I look at it, just at the image. Partnership and legal commitment. So it can be indicating a committed connection of some sort. It can be a business deal, sale of a home, um, new job, or even a commitment in marriage. Whatever this connection, this contract, this would indicate this is something that you came into the world to do. I don't know if this makes any sense to you, if there's some kind of commitment, formal commitment that you're agreeing to. It could be business, relationship. Sorry, guys. This is the last. I'm taking the last question now because I've already gone over time. But I'm getting definitely that you're working on meeting up with some of these, I think, points, milestones that are connected to your pre-birth plan. And there could be people and you know, this, if this is marriage, I don't know. But it looks like to me that there would be significant points right now that and places and people that you meet for your spiritual growth. This is significant to stuff that you set to do out to do before you came into this life. Okay. I'll take your question, Northern Light, but that has to be the last one because I am so tired. I won't read well. Oh, and infinity, I'll finish right there. Okay. So, like, no more questions. I'll do two more. All right. So that looks really good. So you're tracking basically. And I think you're going to be coming across significant people and situations that were pre-birth plan goals. You're doing well. And I think it's going to accelerate. So hold on to your hat, Zena. All right, on to Leona. Who or why did someone shoot at my car? Oh my goodness, and aimed at my face? A white pickup partnered with a black pickup. All right, let me take a look. This deck might work. I'll keep using it and see what happens. That's terrible, Leona. I'm so sorry. My God, how frightening. I'm glad you're okay. Good Lord. That is scary. You know, I keep reading about shooters along different interstates and people just doing stupid stuff to other people while they're driving. Okay, so let's just see if I can get anything out of this. Who did that? What can we get from the person? What can we know about the person that did this? Why would they shoot at? I get the world, deceit. Well, it could be based on a lie. Sorry, guys. I'm getting the runny nose. Oh, no. Appreciate you night owls being up with me. And if I do lose internet again, I will try to get back on and just finish out. But if I can't, just know that I'll have to pick up the questions for next week, okay? Because I don't know what's going on with the internet, but sometimes it's doing that out here. I get strategy. I think these cards might be tracking on something here. Okay. And it says journal log on that in case you're curious. Strategy. Oh my gosh, and look, contract. Um, okay, I don't really like that. Is someone setting you up? Or does someone think that you're someone that they're looking for that's been set up? Like mistaken identity? Because that contract there, I don't really like that. I'm going to take my investigation deck now. Let me pull a few more though, because this one, why stop when you're making some kind of sense? First chakra, Archangel Michael. I think maybe Archangel Michael is also letting you know, hey, I protected you. I was there. You can call on me. But he shows up. That's interesting. Door to spirit. Well, it's interesting. I'm getting him and door to spirit. I'm feeling like he came in, literally, and blocked or helped you in some way. Now, I know that might sound corny or whatever, but hey, that's what these cards are showing me. I got you guys, okay? I got you ladies. So y'all just gonna have to be patient. Okay. Now, let's take a look. I'm gonna look at the door to spirit, okay? Because this deck's so interesting. And Leona, I'm gonna be praying for you, girl. That's just bothering me. I don't like that at all. Number 32. I'm starting to lose my voice. I need to drink water. Door to spirit, spiritual awakenings, new beginnings, expansive energetic realm. Yeah. But okay, when the door opens to truly unlimited potential, changes that happen here reach deep the core of your being. Yeah, it's not what I'm really looking for. But it just affirms more to me out of an intuitive aspect that I feel like, oh, really? That's wonderful. He's one of your favorites. Well, that's what a great confirmation you have, because it just looks like he pops in through the, door in between worlds, and it's like, hey, don't mess with my girl. That really feels that way. Now, I don't know if somebody's just, deceitful. Let's look at the world card too while we're at it. Let's just take this real slow. And I mean, where am I going? I can relax here at this point, but y'all might just be bored. All right, let's see. 29. Let's look at the world. Sometimes when I look at that, it kind of triggers other stuff, especially as I get tired. So let's take a look. Why do I always do that? 29 up here, not on the page number. Yeah, deceit, hidden tactics, manipulation. This card comes up as a warning that there may be some deception going on in your life, person hiding behind the curtain. That was deceit. This is coming up before the world. Might as well read you that. Is likely someone you know or deal with personally or professionally. Duplicity could be regarding personal issue, like someone spreading rumors or disrespecting you to others. Could be a business matter where details are being hidden or even manipulated. Be aware of what's going on in your life. The man behind the curtain is holding a bag of something valuable, so watch your money and your good name and make sure you have all the information you need to keep things honest and secure. A deeper layer of meaning may be that the deception is actually coming from within. I don't think so. This is because we weren't asking about that. So I think that deals with somebody that you're dealing with, maybe possibly somebody you know. The contract bothers me. Is this an agreement that somebody had to do this to you? That's what I want to know. And strategy is making a plan, and that came up. Yeah. So there's the planning. This was planned. I don't like this. Okay. Let's see. Here we are. Expansion, opening up. That's the world. Okay, that makes sense. As you expand your vision and contemplate broader options, the world is wide. Drawing this card lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you. Okay, the world's your oyster. I don't know. That could also indicate opportunity that they had to do it, but maybe that I feel like the angel interfered with what they were trying to do. I do think this looks like somebody has a plan in doing so, and it doesn't. This is an agreement, and that looks really clear. That's really concerning. I would let the police know. Indecision. Maybe again, I think the angelic help may have interfered and they they may have chosen not to continue to pursue what they were going to do because it feels like there's like yeah, there's manipulation. There's the magician, and we have again the angel of strength. Again, maybe to do with somebody that cannot regulate their emotions again very well, that you might know of. Very manipulative, and I feel like a male. I'm not getting female here. I'm getting more of a masculine feeling. Yin yang and the thinking woman. I don't know. Maybe they just don't like uh your way of thinking or something. He has been with me for years. It feels okay, yeah, that's Michael. You had to replace your windshield. The pickups had dark tinted windows. Let me just see if like that's right with the investigative deck if there's something that will come up with that. Obviously they're trying to hide their who they are. It'd be curious to know is wherever that happened, was there any kind of um camera that could have picked it up, like a business or something? Because if they did get a good image, they might be able to at least get like a make and model or more. So I don't know where you were, Leona, but I definitely think you should make a police report. And especially you had to replace your windshield. I mean, that's friggin' scary. All right, what's going on with this gun stuff? This person bothering Leona. What is going on with that? Rural Avondale, Pennsylvania. Route 1. I'll look that up later. So you're out on the rural area, more in the countryside, is that right? Who is this bothering Leona? Why did they do that? Group involvement. Okay. So you're out in the country. Resilience, slow process. I don't know. I think they're thinking maybe, there's one thing that keeps coming out is that with you, there's some kind of expansion. And I don't know if they're feeling threatened by, yeah, you do need, I agree with Northern Light. You do need to let the authorities involved and let them know because someone made an attempt on your life. Um, it looks like there's like it's a small number of people, and I think maybe they're looking to purposely disappeared tower chaos. Oh, it someone might be trying to suddenly make you disappear. That's concerning. And we do get the tower. So this is about chaos. And a hole looks like a bullet hole. I just realized that. All right. Tied or restrained. You know, justice. I think, yeah, you do get justice there. I don't know. Are these people connected to, I don't know what work you do, but if you're doing something that is expanding on someone else's, uh, I feel like in a way that they feel like benefits them, they could be targeting you for that. I do see, I'm not sure if this tied or restrained, and then the justice system is like the law being tied up in some way. behind closed doors, powerful person involved. Somebody that would be very old school in their thinking too, with the Hierophant, old fashioned, real old school, and very rigid ideas. And I keep getting a sense that there's somebody that you rub the wrong way or something, with that you're more expansive and they're more controlling and they don't want this messed with or something. I don't know what that is about, but someone is definitely up to no good here. And it looks like a small group. It looks like you definitely got a guy here that's got some pull and can get another couple people to act out, masked, not showing true face. He said, white, were they very, okay. Okay, that makes sense. So it feels like an older male with that Hierophant, and they're usually more conservative, misogynistic often. Freedom, they don't like, I don't know, they don't like maybe how you speak out or what you're standing up for. I think you're rattling their sense of order in some way. Also with masked and not true face, they're not showing, they may not, you again, you may not be able to say, oh, it's this guy or that guy. So I think they're going to try to hide some of their true feelings, but I think they really must have some kind of issue here to be so did not go to plan. That's what I felt. I felt like though they did that and they shot at you, something didn't go to plan. Maybe again, they didn't expect to miss. So I do think yeah. There's also something about wrong direction. I don't know. Maybe they couldn't get out and get away as maybe there was a problem that way. But I do think you need to contact someone. Yeah, we have emperor, which is like an authority figure, a husband figure, authority figure. You're single, retired, executive type. Okay, raise two kids on your own. I definitely let them know because I feel like it could be an older married male, to be honest, with a religious leaning. Quite honestly, with that Hierophant, could be like really conservative and very, very uptight. And but I keep getting that kind of an energy, kind of misogynistic. And High Priestess with this Emperor. So there's some hidden aspect to this person. And you know how we got masked? Again, not showing true face. There's something like a still water runs deep with this person. Hidden knowledge. Maybe they're worried about you finding something out or thought that you saw something. Put in a room or place. Missing, searching. I would be careful because I keep getting an element of, I hate to say that, but like kidnapping. And I don't like that. I feel like maybe they're not finished. And I definitely, if I was you, would contact your local authorities and give them everything you can. And if you can, get a camera in your vehicle. People have get one of the kids to put them in because I think I keep getting cards I don't really like, and I feel like confrontation, ringmaster. This guy wants something all his own way. This is a real pushy SOB. I don't like their energy at all. They want to force. I don't understand what they think that what their beef is with you, but somehow they feel like you're a little too free or some money involved. Money involved. Well, that wouldn't surprise me. There is a connection. So maybe look at finances or investments. and people locally in the area that happened. Because it looks to me like this was not necessarily a mistake. I think someone's potentially contacted someone to do this and set up an agreement. End of a situation, accomplice had help. So this looks like they get a criminal element. I'm feeling like somebody's hiring a criminal element to do their dirty work. And I would definitely contact authorities, put that all over the news. I think louder is better. Check the timing. Okay. Deal or organized. Again, this is some kind of plan. This is not happenstance. So I think that there's something very much sinister here, to say the least. Okay. I'm sorry, Sean. I will have to take it next week, okay? All right. Fairy edits. Will I find real love? We're not taking any more questions. Somebody type in again. No more questions. Done, done, done. Sorry. I'm over my limit. Okay. Let me just clear this deck and put it away. I'm glad that I used the investigative deck. It kind of confirmed some things. Leona, I hope that you will come back to me and let me know how that went, and that you get the authorities to help you, because that does not look right. No, no, no. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Real love. Which one should we use? All right, I'm going to try with the borderless Rider Waite tarot. Okay, Feria edits. You find real love, unconditional love. We got real love on the horizon. Anywhere looking to see is real love on the horizon. Feria. Well, I think so. Definitely some passion there. There's a new start here. It's an ace and it's got passion, it's fire. You get another ace. Yeah, I think there's going to be some new starts. Could be like with school or work. It could be very inspirational, a lot of enthusiasm. And I think with temperance and abundance, the Empress, you will. But it's about tweaking things and time and being patient. I know, right? But yes, there's some new things coming in for you. And I think it puts more abundance in your life. I see a sense of self-confidence. It's just some growth that needs to happen and some pathways that need to be traveled upon. There also needs to be a release from depression and feeling focused on loss, to where you're attacking and dealing with things that maybe you've put off, and that you're moving forward. You have the strength. You're so much stronger than you realize. So I think you just need to believe in yourself, because you're beautiful. Look. And it's just, you need to realize that. And there's a new path and a new start that opens up for you. So that looks really good. And I'm saying yes, your life's going to start to go in a better way as well. with other people, more people involved, socializing. You get another Three of Cups. So, yes, that's possibly a marriage right there. But there's some hidden aspects yet about that you need to get clear on there with the Queen of Swords. When we need to get the Queen of Swords, we need to, like, you know, get get really clear about who we are and know ourselves a bit better. So I think it's going to happen because you're just taking those steps there. It looks really good. So I say yes. And you have the abundance within you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just fine. You are enough. You're more than enough. You're a catch with that Empress card. You got truly, you know, the Empress Queen card. So know that you are a queen. Damn it. All right. Okay. Northern Light. Will Namisha and Sumit break up soon? She is my selfish roommate. I'm sorry to hear that. And they come to my house and walk all over me. Well, that must be fun. Okay, let's see. Well, when people are dramatic like that, often they drama each other out. So usually those things don't tend to last too long. Let's just see, though. All right, Namisha and Sumit. I think also make sure that you're doing whatever you can do to keep your boundaries so that they don't walk all over you. And that's going to be tough, you can't always leave. Um, I know it's hard to when you live with other people that have very different personalities. Okay, let's see what we get. Namisha and Sumi. Maybe also the spirit can let us know what would be good for you to know about how to deal with this. Okay? Because that's such a crap-tastic experience. Okay, let's see what we get. Sumit and Namisha, Northern Light. Okay. Well, I am getting again. It's so funny. I shuffled all of that and out pops the Empress again. Something looks better. I don't know. This looks like maybe something is going to improve for you. I don't know, financially or maybe just environmentally. There could be the influence of a mother or a mother-like figure, but I just feel like this family feeling. Maybe you have family that's more supportive around you. And why I want to say that? Oh, she's distanced. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, yes, I'm trying so hard. Thank you, Isadora. I'm trying so hard. She's very unfriendly. Oh, no. She has no friends of her own. Oh, God. Oh, that's not fun. Then now you're her captive friend. She's distanced him. Okay, she's isolated him from his friends. And that's what usually happens is that one weird person will isolate another susceptible person that's probably quite nice. And as you said, they can change. Um, I'm getting, and there's a new path, a new start, maybe, but yeah, let's see what else we get with that. And I get a Queen of Pentacles. So this feels new. And I don't know if you're going or they're going, but something feels very different and the energy's totally different. It feels more supportive. It feels like a better environment. Okay. I get a Queen of Wands. And maybe something this pops up with a Queen of Wands. Now, this Queen of Wands, I don't know what your roommates. Oh, you have a third roommate, and we established boundaries today. Oh, but we think that, yeah, they'll probably cause trouble again. The only way they will stop being a threat is if they break up. Well, then, yeah. Well, this could be the boundary thing. All right, that makes sense. That's why I'm getting that other female. I do see emotions coming, like flowing. There's no, as you said, there's no censor. There's no, it's just pouring. So something accelerates here, and there's a disconnect, and there's a lack of caring that shows up, and a bit of a, mm-hmm, that's pretty rude feeling. Some feeling of disrespect. I think that's going to work you guys up. I think, calling someone out on their dishonesty. I think you just have to be forthright with this person and just be no nonsense like the Queen of Swords here that says, look, don't try and tell me whatever. We know that you did this or whatever, you know. There's dishonesty going on here. And I think, holding to that and maybe having someone leave or move because we do get the chariot. I don't know that they're going to want to do that. We got some manipulation, maybe with family again. But I do think there will be an end, and I don't think the relationship here is going to last. I don't necessarily think that anything horrible like this is going to happen, like an end of a life. I do think, though, it could be a very painful ending in the relationship, very dramatic. That wouldn't surprise me. And it looks like she's going to be trying to manipulate this guy until that ends. Yeah. And there's the big blowout. And look at that with the yuck. Um, like what's up with her family? Is this a family behavior? I I don't think it's really soon. Yes, he agreed not to keep coming over, but we weren't sure if he will stick to that. It looks like you're gonna have problems with her again. I don't know what it's over, but I think she's going to continue to make somebody miserable. And I think when it's finally feeling like it's ended right here, like the death and there's a painful end, and but there's going to be like a new morning. Again, we keep getting this sense of like it will, yeah, that it will end, but I think she's going to kind of get her run of it in the meantime. So just to be on her and to be holding her to truth. Because yeah, you have the deceiver, the devil there. And the past. Yeah. I think that they will break up, but I think she's a problem in and of herself. But at least then if he wouldn't be over there all the time, I suppose you guys might get a break. So yeah, it does look like it's going to end. And it does look like it would be a pretty ugly blowout. Yeah, I don't think it's real soon, but I don't think it's real far either. I think that you're going to have probably, from what the cards look like, she might straighten up for a little bit, but I think then she slips, back into the manipulation because I just don't think she can help herself. Um, and then there's a problem. I think the ugly blowout because she got death and the Ten of Swords, and that's like a painful release of like where a relationship would be, it would be like a tortured relationship where it finally kind of, you know, gasps its last breath and it's done. And so I think it might go for a little bit more, but it doesn't look like it's meant to last. Absolutely not. And she looks a mess. When the person gets the devil card, that means they're already really kind of, they've allowed the negative way of coping with things to run their life rather than, you know, take control and do it the proper way, do it the thoughtful way, the empathetic way. So, yeah, they will break up. They will, but expect it to be pretty dramatic. It's weird. I feel like I've come across her energy, and that's why it's like after this, I have to get some like incense going, some serious cleansing and prayer because her energy's really low. It's a very negative vibe. She's not a well person. But yeah, they will break up. Okay, I'm going to go down to infinity and see if Leo has romantic intentions towards you. Okay, this will be the last one for the night. No worries. Just, you know what, keep praying, Northern Light, and really ask God to help her out because she's toxic and it's sad. It's sad that someone's like that. And she can't be very happy to be that way? And sometimes when we deal with somebody that's so unpleasant, what I've found like the best thing for myself and for them is for me just to give them to God. Mm-hmm. Yep. And just say, God, this person's a mess. I don't know what to say about this, but I entreat, I give them to you and ask you to help. And you can be surprised. Some things can become a little better, even if it's for a little while. Okay. So Leo, does Leo have romantic intentions towards infinity? Does Leo have romantic intentions towards infinity? And I'll probably try this little deck too if this one doesn't give me an answer that I feel like is sensible. Okay, let's see. Does Leo have an interest, romantic intentions towards infinity? I see that there's some kind of struggle going on there. See how my deck, I have to glue that back down. I have to repair it. Um, some kind of a struggle going on. Yeah, I think so, but there's a lot of emotion there, a lot of passion. I think definitely. Why there's this struggle, I don't know if they feel like they're in competition with someone else or what, but there's some aspect of a battle or a struggle for them. But their emotion is overflowing there, and that's definitely the heart chakra. We get the King of Pentacles. I don't know if that's Leo, but I do get like some kind of recognition here of, oh yeah, overcoming some sort of battle here. What is this that Leo's undertaking? I think he's going to be successful, and he's going to feel really good about it. I don't know what that is. Um, there's maybe something with family or home. I do feel like they definitely have an attraction for you, but I feel like there's something going on with wanting maybe to, I don't know, to be free because that is the ultimate thing here. There's like a sense of freedom, having your own home, your own family. And this guy feels like he's really working hard to be able to do that in some way. But he's definitely got the emotions there for you. And he's working on something. I'm not sure what that is. It's a real struggle. Um, Dealing with issues probably like abandonment and other mood. Again, when we deal with things that we allow to get the upper hand in our life. Um, And it can also be dealing with issues of abandonment, neglect. So, yeah, I see him working on that stuff, maybe on the down low. Okay. And the Knight of Cups, things are going to get better as a result of the work that he's doing. I think it's in within the self. And again, I think it's about overcoming some bad habits, some negative modes of thinking and living that aren't healthy. I feel like he's trying to get his stuff together. And with this Knight of Cups, there's an approach. And once he gets it more together, is he approaching you? Because I kind of feel like that. And there's peace of mind, and there's like the past is settled. So I don't know what's going on with Leo and his things in his life, but it's like he's got to get something settled from his past, and it feels like it has to do with maybe some negative behavior patterns that need to be straightened out. And just we all have various, like for some people it's work, for other people it's eating too much, for other people it's doing hardcore drugs, and other folks it's drinking too much. But I feel like whatever the case may be, that where something is not in balance and is making his life more miserable, he's wanting to get in charge of that. And I feel like he's trying to do the work, and he'll do it. There's like being really proud of him. And I think he's definitely passionate about you. He's got his eye on you. But again, know that he's working on something. I don't know what I'm getting. It looks like a lot of people, I'm glad, I hope they really are doing their self shadow work. I was just watching a video today on that more people need to work on their shadow side and embrace it. And that doesn't mean like, hey, live it up. Yeah, but heal it, you know, get to the bottom of their issues. So I do think so, but let me know. I think that Leo's just trying to make sure he's in a better place with his person for you. And then I feel like there's a romantic approach with the Knight of Cups. I love to see the Knight of Cups is the romantic approach, which I always love to see when we're looking at love. And you do have that, but he's focused on something else right now that he's trying to, like I said, sort out for himself, become more of the man that he wants to be. And then I think you're going to hear from him. Okay, Infinity. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate we went over a whole nother hour, but that's okay. I think y'all probably needed the reading, so I can do it this time. But thank you so much. And if you could, please show your appreciation by giving us a thumbs up. And if I didn't get to your questions this weekend, just know that every Sunday I'm here and you can bring them back, and I'll read on them. Okay? All right. I'll do my best. And take care, y'all. Thanks so much. Bye.